let's talk just a little bit about basic photo-video lighting. She's going to help. Here we are with our model, our lovely, lovely model, with no light, just a little bit of light from the window in here. We're going to add one light right here, this side. It's actually, you can almost see it in frame. There we go. One light setup. We're split light. We're lighting half the face is in shadow. We are getting a little bit of spill back from the wall here, but you get the idea. Now, this is pretty dramatic. If we wanted to lighten it up a little bit, we could come in. I'm just going to use a piece of paper. Come in with a reflector. And there we go. That's a pretty good look. Very, very simple. One light, a piece of paper, or a reflector, whatever you're using. Nice, even light on the face. Still has a little bit of shape to it. But this may not be what you want. Maybe you want something a little more classical. Let's say we have our split lighting here. Actually, I'm going to move this light just a little bit closer. Make it a little more obvious. The light is right here. Just an umbrella and a light source. So we have our split lighting. Now we're going to rotate our model just to right there. Now you see she's getting this little triangle of light right under her eye. Her eye is illuminated a little bit. Her nose is making this little triangle shadow. This is known as Rembrandt lighting. Very, very popular. Became popular back in the days of paintings and things of, named after Rembrandt. Now, one thing you might take note of is that in Hollywood, especially, you almost always have the shadow side being presented more prominently to the camera. So you will almost always have your actor or your talent with the shadowed part of their face facing towards the camera. One reason is that it can make your model look a little slimmer, and it can also add a little more definition, a little more mystery, a little more shape. So there's a lot of reasons people do this in Hollywood. Here we have split light. We have split light with a reflector. We have our Rembrandt light. Now, we could, of course, come in and bring in more light on this side if we wanted. We could bring in a hair light. Very common. This is just a small light set to kind of orange color. And you just illuminate the hair, especially with the red in this. The orange will illuminate a little bit. Just gives a little bit of separation, especially if the background and the hair are both a dark color. Having a hair light gives that little halo of separation, just a little splash, and can make a big difference, especially in a darker scene or with a darker background. This look, while great, is not always what people want. Let me explain why. So that kind of a look, this split lighting look and this Rembrandt, often not used in commercial work as far as headshots and things for your business. Not normally used for that. In corporate world, because a lot of times people are a little bit vain about how they look, well, everyone is a little bit, they're going to want their wrinkles and fine lines to kind of disappear. They're going to want to look young and bright-eyed, so to speak. The way to achieve that? Complete opposite of what art director, art school type stuff would teach you about lighting. That you need all these shadows. You need to actually kind of get rid of the shadows. The best way to do that is to move this light. You see I'm moving it almost in line with the camera. Now, the face is fully illuminated, and this will really hide fine lines and wrinkles. You want to go a step further? A lot of people will bring in a bounce, either under here or in here to fill in the shadows even more, to really hide, or illuminate, actually, kind of interesting, the shadows. Because that's what you see when you see the wrinkles. It's the shadow in the wrinkle that actually makes it stand out. So you do this, maybe put a little fill here, come back in with your hair light, as I knock things over, and there you go. We're still just one light, one very simple thing for lighting faces. Now, I will make a note about lighting spaces. Okay, so here we are back. Now, we saw that was really, really simple. It was mostly just one light. I played with the hair light a little bit, but it was really simple for lighting faces. Now, a big problem people get into when they start doing video work is they overemphasize lighting faces and not spaces. You can cheat that a little bit. You light your space in a decent way. You shoot all your wides and mediums. Then when you shoot your close-ups, you can bring in a little extra light to make your model more flattering or more dramatic or whatever your goal is. But a big mistake people make in that is they light faces, not spaces. Here, I'm kind of doing both. It's not the perfect setup, but you see I've got my colored light in the background. I've got that little guy, is just a little practical kind of guy. I have my main key light here that is just lighting me, gets a little bit of spill in the background. There is a little bit of a window over here, just a little bit of spill in the room. You can see that light right there is actually another light that I've added. And then there is just a little hint, you see it every once in a while. See that little bit of orange? I've got that hair light on, just to provide a little bit of separation on this side. So this is a little brighter than I would like, but it's a small room, and so I'm, playing with it. But that is some simple ways to get better lighting for your photos and videos of people. So if this was useful to you and or you would like to learn from me directly, I now offer one-on-one coaching through Zoom, and I can help you with just about anything camera, video, whatever related. There's contact information down below. Hit me up. Until next time. Oh, and say goodbye to Wanda.